All right, big up yourselves. You done know the MySpace. We're back again with another one. This is the special one. This one,
come on,
by God's grace, is happening. And I just want to put it out there. Thank you for everybody that's been involved with the programs so far and getting involved. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to give up. I had a moment. I think this in a couple of days. I've been like, why are we doing this?
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, overwhelmed in so many different angles, which is just. Yeah, it has been a journey. So I had to be honest, it's like this journey is not an easy one.
No, but you know when they say that when things start to get a little bit more harder and challenging and tough, it's a good indication that you're getting nearer to whatever that goal is, that benchmark, that moment.
Yeah, hey.
You know, and that is the moment where you need to dig deep and just push through. And you did, and you are, and you will. That's
why we're here, man. We don't. One young person said to me, "Don't give up hope on us." And I was like, and then that whole weekend, I told you, I had the young people performing, and then the arts thing, and then I got another leash of life. So it is the case, but sometimes it just feels like it just feels like a lonely road sometimes, and I just want change in it. So that's why we're here now, and we've got two beautiful mums.
Yes.
From different spectrums, that have the same similar story, but from different. It's just crazy. I can't describe it. But the contrast we've got today is the length of time, and where we are now, kind of thing, in terms of the loss of their sons. And the main thing what I want to try and get from this one today is that. It's the aftermath, like everybody running around and and then what happens after, like, that's it, like. And that's the one thing that really does burn and hurt me, because like, I won't even talk out about I don't know how to handle certain situations as a person that hasn't lost someone. So when I was on the phone we were introducing a bit, I said like, hold on, I just don't know how to act sometimes. She goes, that's the problem. Why are you acting? I was like, oh my days, that's the point. Just be you, innit? Just be. But these are the kind of things I wanted to kind of address and bring to the forefront, and how we can actually help from people that haven't been in the mix like that, haven't suffered a loss like that. But at the same time, how can we be there for you and help you, and what is it? And yeah.
But in all fairness, in your defense, I totally get that situation and the conversation that took place, but I think what happens is, especially if you're a sensitive soul and you have that empathetic, spirit towards another person, you don't want to behave, let's say, normal, as though all of that is forgotten. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like sometimes it is a hard balance to kind of find, but ultimately, you just be yourself. But sometimes you just feel like, I know life goes on, but is it really going on for you? Am I showing that I'm enjoying life too much, but not thinking of what you might still be going through? But that's a conversation we can have.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So I don't know how to do this one, because you're like either side of us, like, it's mad thing, which is beautiful. But first and foremost, thank you both for coming. Thank you for, by God's grace, coming and just blessing us. And you are a huge part of our lives, and you are family.
Yes.
And we just want to hear from you lot, mostly, to tell the truth. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but obviously we start with the oldest, innit? You know, the oldest one in the room, you get me? You know,
I'm not older than her.
The whatever.
The crime, let's say.
Yeah. And that's what I want to... And I don't want to, I don't want to home in. That's what I'm saying. I'm still trying to be cautious again, innit? The longest, it's crazy. How do I put it? How do I put it?
So my name is Segan, and I have lost my son Solomon 5.5 years ago to knife crime in Brixton. That's who I am. Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Well, it's not just who you are, but
No, go on.
Yeah, my name's Lovina. I lost my son to knife crime.
just under 2 years.
Just under 2 years, because time goes fast. In New Cross, Queen's Road. Yeah. So. And
the similarity, aside from losing sons, is right outside your houses.
Yeah.
That's the bit I forgot. That's the bit I didn't even clock.
Right outside your doorstep, which is I'm guessing it must be even harder than.
We were just talking about this on the way here, you know, and I was saying this, like everybody in there, that right man would be like,
Move.
How?
move. Yeah. Why have you? Because obviously longer serving. Like, why would you not just move and go? Because your one's a bit even more deep.
Because I'm just 2 roads away, and I walk past that road every day. And the other day I passed through it, and I actually spoke to my son, and my daughter was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "That's where my son last lived. He took his last breath." So when I go to home and from home and I pass that road, I'm like keeping him up to date with things. It does hurt. It does hurt a lot. And I don't want to move because I got good memories in that house. In the few years that I've lived, one of the main reasons, I'm quite comfortable in there. I've got everything I need nearby. I got a strong community sense, and I've really got a good relationship with few of my neighbours. So, and a third reason, the value of the property in Brixton are so high. Why should I move? And better the devil that I know, as I say to you in the car. Sometimes you move and you move to something worse. So I'm all right where I am for now.
Which is fair
it's
enough.
hard.
The perpetrators are like
Next door to me, yeah, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So I've got that thing where I can call the police and they have to come to my property within 2 minutes. So I've got that safety net, let's say. As long as they don't trouble me, and I just mind my own business, keep myself to myself, There's been issues and situations, and they still go and vandalize. My son's graveyard got vandalized 10 times in 5.5 years. Police cannot do nothing. They can't even give me the crime reference lately. I'm just frustrated about that. But at the moment, I'm trying to meet with someone in the council to see, and I know they're not going to do it, to put CCTV camera in the cemetery. That's a basic need. That's one. 2, there's the issues where they've sung over 30 songs disrespecting my son, calling up his name. And it seems that even when I report it, the police cannot do nothing about it. YouTube is allowing it. They're not bringing it down. So for me, it's like YouTube is promoting the violence. It's making money for them. They don't care because it's our kids. So they're letting it happen. And I feel like I've been tortured and no one is listening to me.
Is this all now? This is all now, innit?
It's been happening. So we know like a few months ago there was, and a woman said to me that yesterday, "Why don't they help you?" Because I'm black. There was a white woman whose son was being disrespected, and within a day she was able to get that young man back into prison.
Yeah, I remember
How
that
can
one.
she do that? That's Margaret, a dear friend of mine.
That's
She's
the boy
white.
that got done in the bakery.
Yeah.
innit?
And
come
he
out,
served his 14 years and
then
he
had to
came
go
out.
back in there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one?
So
Yeah.
why is it in his case, she gets help within 24 hours, the Home Office has approached her. And me, I'm just shouting, screaming, asking for help, and no one is listening to me. So,
So you think it is a black and white thing?
it is. It is. This week alone, we've had 5 mothers, and they were all 5 white mothers that went to Westminster to meet with one of the MP, talking about the work that they are doing. How they're able to get in there and we're not able to go up there. When the things that Idris Elba does, you could see it's mostly white people, and you got this one Asian woman. You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of black people. The numbers is more high on us. But we understand they're only going to listen once that they start to realize that there is actually white people as well being affected by knife crime.
Yeah.
That is mad. Why have you not moved? Like, why have you stayed? Your one's right. Segan's one's about at least 5 minutes walk, 2 to 5 minutes walk. Your one is less than 2 minutes.
Right there.
Because it's like you can see it from your house, or not?
No, my neighbour can see it because there's a little thing where my house.
Yeah.
But my neighbour can see. Why didn't I move? Because that's the last place he was. Yeah, so I feel comfort in the last place he was. Then, like, what I did outside is there's a lamppost. So I took the lamppost for myself, and I put some green things around there. So when it's time for memorial times and stuff, we go out there and put candles and stuff out there. So, but people take stuff anyway. Yeah. But They don't take the green. They don't take the green mesh in.
Decoration.
But they take the decoration and stuff. And every now and again, you see somebody's maybe one of his friends that come. There's a empty bottle of drink there. Maybe it was full before, but you know, people still putting stuff there and stuff like that. And then on the other post, there's a picture of him on the post because he like right near the pavement, right as he was crossing the road, is right there. So there's a picture of him on the post. Yeah. So it was hard at first because I didn't want to go outside. I didn't go there that way. I used to drive, so I drove the long way.
Right, okay. Ooh.
I used to
If
drive.
everybody knows where it is, that's mad. That's mad.
So I drove the long way.
That's mad.
And then it's not okay for me, but if people go out there and pay respect for him out there, I walk past there, and sometimes it's hard when I walk past there, like I have to walk past there. But more time now, it's like, I talk to him on the way there, because I talk to him all the time anyway, because he posters up in the house and stuff, and I got pictures all over, so, and his ashes are in the house and stuff, so I talk to him all the time. So my daughter could walk past there all the time and go to the shop. Like,
At first it's hard.
Yeah, at first
didn't
it's
even
hard.
go in that road.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to look around.
All right, you can't not go that, because you have to go.
I have to shop in Lidl
to
and
go
be at the
Brixton.
till and looking on the road, you know. And I've got people that lives on that road, so it is hard from a victim. But as time go by, and you just start with that healing journey.
I think it's more comforting. I know where he was. I know where he was last. Like, I know he was there last. Like,
But that doesn't change. Just let me play advocate. So you moved to Kent. Where he last was doesn't change. If you
but then I
chose
can't go
to-
there.
Well, you can,
No,
just
but
not
then
as regular.
Yeah, that means I'm not.
You just don't feel as connected.
No, I'll be just.
So it's the thing
I'll be
of the
just
last
out there.
place that he was.
Yeah, but I don't mind. I will move in the future, but there's lots of stuff going on with the council in my life and bits and pieces. And the tribe came and stuff like that because they live across the road. I know they were his friends and stuff, used to be and stuff. So it's just there's
No,
bare things
in all
going on.
fairness, like it's not even a attack in the sense of like, why have you not moved? It's just understanding.
Yeah.
Why have you not? Because naturally, not even naturally, but I think we do question like, well, how would we feel to be? It's like a constant reminder, isn't it? And it's just, I guess, having a better understanding of that. Because if you say, no, like I love my home, this is where I feel safe, this is where I want to be, and this is, my reasons, then great, so be it, and that's on you.
Because it's not a case of, it's not really a reminder because you never forget. So yeah.
So you know what? I got so many questions in that, but there's two of them, so I'm gonna throw them out. My thing is that when you both came in and met each other, obviously you spoke on the phone before. Do you automatically feel there's an automatic connection with you two?
Depending. So I met a lot of people, a lot of bereaved mother. And some I connect,
that you think,
with some I don't. With you, I connected.
Yeah.
But we haven't found the time to meet each other.
Yeah.
Because as you said, your one was still fresh. She was going through the court case. So when we run the well-being project, what we run in 2023 for women that have been affected by youth violence, she really wanted to come, but it wasn't the right time because things was going on. Now I met her today, I've let her know that we're starting back again in a couple of months. So I'm hoping, but I have that connection with you.
So the
and
mums
it
that you
depends. It
Sorry.
depends.
Yeah, so the ones that you didn't get a connection with, could you pinpoint why, maybe?
There was a case with this other mum. She felt like because her boy was a good boy, he wasn't in the gang, he didn't deserve to die. And I thought, no, your way of thinking is just completely wrong. You know?
Okay, so is it?
So you're there now trying to say your child shouldn't be dead, and because my boy maybe was affiliated with gang and whatnot, should have been died. No child should die regardless of where you are.
Yeah.
So from there, I didn't really like, there was a thing about her that wasn't really 100%. But when I spoke to you, I feel like I connected. And when you look at each other's picture, our sons, there's that similarity.
Yeah.
And that, the story itself as well and everything that is going around. And, the situation that you talk about, the family afterwards and the after effects, the war that is going on in the house and whatnot. And you're just there. And the after effects as well that we're living in now. As years goes by, you're going to see less and less people.
Yeah. I see them already.
I'm walking on the street. Yeah. Yeah, I'm walking on the street and I see my friend. They just are crossing the road. They don't want to say hello to me no more.
Or they just don't know how to address you, or
I don't know, but just say hi. How you doing? Do you know what I mean? Don't come and tell me we all going in that place or some stupid comments and remarks. Don't say it. Just have a normal conversation. Ask me how was my day. Do you know what I mean?
I was gonna say. So is it that they can't see past Segan that lost her son, than just Segan, like my friend?
Yeah, and probably because some people think that I probably lost it. You know what I mean? Or she's gone a bit mad, or she's not the same person no more. There's no life. You can talk to me, and I do have. I have a lot of people that talk to me about their problem. I'm like, God of mercy, this one talk to me about this. You don't even know what I'm going through. And she's telling me about these stupidest things, But we've got to deal with a lot. Yeah. But remember, we can never forget. For you're thinking about remembering. Every moment of every second of the day, we do remember. From the moment we get up to the moment we go sleep. Especially when we're out on the road and we see young people.
People that look the same.
They look the same.
That look the same. They dress the same.
Shoes.
Sometimes I went in the shop. I went in the shop and I turned around and the boy looked just like JJ, and he was with a girl that was short as well. And I said to myself, it was just like, you do want to cry, then you cry a bit, then you don't cry a bit, then you just, or then I might maybe see the back of somebody that looks like JJ and I'll just turn around. Yeah, like it's just different. It's just a different, I feel like people who lost their son, we're in a gang, we're in a different gang now. We're just, nobody don't know until you go for it.
I love the way you like this. I like that.
Yeah.
Because Cuz comes with these, I said, Cuz, you come in, I don't care what, by hook or crook you're coming, No, because, because we talk on a level, and she says some gems. Like the other day I said, stop talking, gems, stop it. Because I'm learning so much. Like even when she said to me, stop acting. I don't think I was talking about other people. I think I was talking about other people. But
you were talking about yourself?
I was talking about myself.
Yeah, you said that.
I don't know how to act. She says, why are you acting for us? My days, even my vocabulary is crazy in how I'm speaking. And then all the other bits and all the other little gems you were saying. So that's why I'm just pleased you're here. And now pop out, because you just kind of drop the gems. There's something in the back of my head as well that's there waiting to talk about, obviously, in terms of coming there. But the other thing I was saying is about, we say in general that time heals, innit? But in your circumstances, does time heal?
You just learn to be a different person. It's a new chapter now, innit? Because I can't never be the same. Like I can never be the same. Never ever in my whole life be the same again. Never. Never. So what am I gonna do? So I have to be a different person. Not be a different person, but like it's a new chapter. It's something different, innit?
Adjust to the new reality.
Self-adjust to the So like it's like I lost a toe, so I have to learn how to walk a bit more differently. So So that's what I say to my children. Like, it's hard. I think it's hard for them because they know how much I lost and they lost too. So then it's like, I think I said to one, my heart is broken. And they said, don't say that. I said, no, my quarter, because my heart is in 4. I've got 4 children and it's cut into 4, innit? So then there's that one bit that's broken, innit? So dropped out there. So you'll have to, not have to overcompensate, but it's a
pumping
bit,
even
it's
harder
a bit
now,
weak
boy.
down there. So you just have to pump a bit more to keep me up a bit more sometimes. So that's that's how I see it.
Mad.
You gotta live. You live to learn. To deal with it.
Start again. So
you got
live
good
to
days
learn.
and you got bad days. You got days that you're saying, man, I ain't going out there. Today is not my day. I can't deal with the world. And you just got the pain all over your body. Do you understand? And you got sleepless night. You're sitting in there, you can't sleep, and the water just come out of your eyes. And you think to yourself, man, I wish you could just call me and say, what's for dinner, mum? And them thing there, and it ain't happening. Do you know what I mean? But
the tears come, and then they come a lot, and then they stop.
Yeah,
They just stop, like...
Well, like you go numb?
I don't even know what happened. It's like, you can't cry no more because there's no more to cry for, because
the eye dry, the eye burn.
Yeah, it dries out. So you start crying, like, and then it just...
Yeah.
Stops. Yeah, and what I do is just not get on with it, but I used to not act like I was sad.
Okay.
I suppose.
We're going definitely. That's the gem that I got there.
Yeah, it's to act like I wasn't sad.
Behaved in the house. Mm.
I used to sit in my car and cry before I come in the house. So I didn't want them to see me cry. And then I noticed they wasn't doing too good neither, because they were trying to act like they're okay too. And then I said to myself one time, I just need to, I don't know if I went counselling or something, I can't remember. And I must have just said, you know, I need to cry, because I know you need to let the emotion come, accept it, go through and bits and pieces. So I said, I just need to cry in it. When I feel like crying, I'm just going to cry, and it's going to make them feel better and stuff if I cry more. So I just cry. Sometimes I just cry and they come down and say, you was crying? I said, yeah, I was crying. They might cry with me, they might give me a hug, and I just cry and just, it's not finished, but that emotion has gone through.
Like a release.
Yeah, it's like a release and stuff like that. Sometimes I walk past this picture on the fridge, because there's pictures on the fridge and stuff. And I'm like, and because they're all smiling back at me, and I'm like, Jay, boy, Jay, it's just mad. Then sometimes I get the feeling, and what I used to do first, I used to avoid people outside.
What's that again?
Avoid people.
So just not wanting to see them?
Not wanting to see them. That's why I like my car. So it's to get in my car, come up, quickly go in the shop, come out the shop, I don't want to see nobody. Or if I do want to see anybody, it's new people I want to see.
Okay, so not people that know.
Not people that know, so they're going to ask me,
how
you're
you
right,
doing?
and they're more sad than me. I have to be cheering them up, and it's just a bit stressful. They're like, oh, and I can't, and I never, and I'm like, yeah, this life, what can I do? I can't get him back, like, and I have to be consoling. I find myself consoling them. Because
when you're the one that's supposed to be consoled.
Yeah, because I'm just not really.
But you didn't want to be consoled.
Not that I didn't want to be consoled, it's just that I just see things differently. I don't see death as death and it's gone.
Okay.
I don't see, my son will never leave me, so there's no way that he's not watching me and protect. I'm on this podcast, I won't be doing these things. Like, there's no way that.
Straight.
Yeah, I would be doing all these stuff that I'm doing now So there's no way on God's earth that I see signs all the time. There's no way that JJ left me. Neither his brothers and sisters. I dream him all the time.
Come to me one night to tell me thank you for cleaning up his graveyard. I was like, you cheeky monkey, you just come tell me that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he goes all over his friends and they come and like, we dreamt him. I'm like, then after long, I was like, you're going to everyone and you're not coming to me. And he finally come to me one day when he says, thank you, we put up plants and flowers and whatnot. And that was nice. The thing about us as well, you see when you hear it on the news, when it first happened and they tell you professional is in the place and they supporting the family. No, there's no such things.
What's that again? So what do you mean?
When it first happened, we get designated a police officer.
Liaison.
So in my case, I had
a liaison.
That's the one.
Family liaison officer.
So I had a family liaison, a female one, Sam her name, and my son's dad had his one.
Right.
Okay.
And they have to their job is just to tell us what's going on with the case.
Yes.
But they don't really check on us. They watch us. They come in, and ask you, who's Solomon? Like for my baby dad, what place in the child chapter it is. So for my baby father, he was the fourth son. For me, I told, and that one really hit me. I was like, he's my first and only son. I've only got a daughter after her.
Okay.
So they want to find out things. They didn't request to see his room, thank God. But their job was just to tell us, up to date with the case. Have they arrested the guy? When is to go to court? What to expect from court? What is expected of us? Because we can't show emotion, we can't make facial expression in court when it comes to it. So we're going through all of that. So we then get referred to victim support, but victim support is overwhelmed. So after 3 years, they signed me off. And they actually did give me a 12 sessions of counselling. But I had to go to this posh lady's house. Felt a bit uncomfortable to be in her house because I was like, if anything missing, I don't want she point up to me things are missing, But I went in there and I could see she could not understand me. And she was just doing her job. But thank God now I find out that there is a black ethnical counselling for us. So I'm hoping to approach them because I'm hoping that they can understand us better. So from the beginning, we do not get support. Yeah, we've got to deal with everything.
Counsel,
threat them and whatnot. Get the body finally, deal with the funeral. Then I'm lucky to have had a case some of my friends, they're still waiting for the perpetrator to be caught and to be trial. We know that the British system, the justice is rubbish. Why is it you're hearing a story of someone, for example, there was a girl that they killed, I think her name was Olivia 9, and her murder got lots of years. Why is it my son's murder got 14 years? Don't come and tell me he was a minor. He killed someone. So you lot need to give a bit of substantial years.
Why would you give him 14 years?
14 years is nothing. It's a slap in the face.
So did he do half or minimum?
No, he's going to be
14?
doing the full 14 years.
Okay.
But bearing in mind, he's just got less than 8 years, to come out. And he's in category C. He's not even in category, so there's different category in prison. As a murder, I expect him to be in A or B. But I think they put the rapist on the A. He was at B, and now he's got transfer on the C. We see on TV all the time, on YouTube, on the social media, they got sweet shop, tuck shop, gym,
Phone.
PlayStation, phone, weed. They get everything. They got better life inside than outside. How are we rehabilitating them or helping them to understand that what you did is wrong? Nothing is being done when they're inside. So when they come out, they do the same rubbish again.
Cycle.
Yeah, and then if they catch you, they get just giving you a slap. Things are changing now. But why are you giving me a slap when you catch me with a knife? You're supposed to already take me in, you know? And why is it taking so many lives to die for you before you put a legislation that you cannot be selling knife, certain type of sword, samurai and them things there? And it's quite easy, you know? So the law needs to change, and it needs to be fair for all, not for just some, you know?
I guess it's not been enough pressure on them. And when it doesn't come knocking on their doorstep, sometimes they're a little bit blasé with it.
Yeah.
But with the perpetrator, can you see the frightened child in him?
He never showed no remorse. He lied a lot in court. He could not have eye contact. Do you know what I mean? I don't see he's regretting it. Or at some point, he could try and write me and say, I'm sorry for what I did. He don't feel sorry. So is his older brother that keeps singing song after song. But with the older brother, I realized that he's got special needs and he's not been addressed from beginning, and hence why he's now a 27-year-old man acting like a 13-year-old boy, you know, and chasing clouds. Like, you're singing, but you're not even singing the truth. You never kill him. You send your brother, your cowards, and you're singing. And when the boy come up the hill for you, you're running and calling the feds them. You're not a bad man. You're not a gang man.
So that's what I mean in the sense of that frightened child. You know, although they're trying to showcase their bravado and ego, whether through the music or the mannerisms and so forth, but deep within them, they're insecure, they're scared, they've probably had not the greatest of home life and what have you, and they're trying to mask it by all of these behaviours that they're exuding. But really deep down, take away those layers.
They lost boys.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know it's probably not easy.
Because someone said that yesterday, and the pastor was saying it yesterday, broken boys, and I was like, and we had to dig so deep, we had to go beyond, which I didn't feel comfortable with in terms of the fatherless element. They said that we need to do more as fathers, as men. I've always said there's a problem where men should be doing much more, but we really did home in on it yesterday. Like, we were like, all right, cool. And there's one guy, one young man that was there in particular that he had a father, but he's forgiven the father and that, and he understands why fathers are not there or not involved. And I'm like, we started giving excuses, but I understood.
It's not an
like,
excuse. There's a reason behind everything.
Yeah, because you like how you just sorry, I cut you. Not like you were just saying like they were celebrating. I think it was you were saying they were celebrating. So what? They got years and da 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 da.
Yeah,
go on. You didn't celebrate. You're like, nah, that's another broken child. Sorry, go on.
I went to court and stuff, and they got these sentences and stuff. I didn't tell nobody to come because I don't think I want to celebrate somebody else going to prison for a long time and never coming out, because I don't see the celebration of another basically black boy not having a life. My son ain't got a life and he ain't got a life, so my son's life is still wasted, because even if he did rehabilitate himself or whatever. And,
Rehabilitate,
yeah, that word. And then help a lot of people in the community. That's on the back of my son, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my son is gone and 10 people have been saved. And then 10 people can save each of them can save another 10 people. That's how we're going to build up our community, because I feel like there's a cause and effect. So it's not an excuse, there's a cause that has an effect. So every time you say excuse, that's why I always say to you, because there's not an excuse. There's a reason.
Of course.
Everything is a reason, but then you got a choice in it. So then, but what we do is I'm just tired of this where everybody's blaming everybody. We're just blaming each other. Man don't like woman, woman don't like man. This one don't like this one. Single fathers don't like single mothers. We're not going to do this with us. It's just a whole bag of bollocks. Sorry, can I say that?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a whole load of stuff. And then we're still in the same situation that we've been in for how long, so nothing ain't changing. So it's a waste of time. We have all this, I don't know, red pill, blue pill, thing, this, that, who don't like this, bits and pieces, and we're not going to the same core of the problem. Or then we just keep talking about the problem. Like,
So-
everybody's talking.
Yeah. So, all right. So based on what you're saying is, how many years did JJ's?
One of them still abroad, and then he got 22 years before parole.
20 years before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in an ideal scenario, you would want him to be rehabilitated and be able to give back to young people.
Like you said, educate him I know he's not going to get educated in there, so it's just a waste. It's not like he's got, even if
It's their choice, isn't it?
No, it's not their choice. It's their funding. There's no funding. They're not going to give them nothing.
They've got money in there.
They've got money in there, but then to do
Where
what
does it
with?
go?
We know how it works. We're always doing the same thing. We know they got money. They've had money for ages, and we still know they're not doing nothing for us. But we're not doing nothing for ourselves. So how does it? The maths ain't mathing. It's not. It doesn't make any sense for me to. Yeah, it doesn't. We spend a lot of money on doing a lot of things. We are very popular as black people. We've got a lot of money to spend on bare things, bare hair, bare footwear,
Champagne
bare
wetting
party,
up on
bare
the
club,
God.
bare
Yeah.
thing.
You did that for me for my
Popping.
birthday. That's what I was.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't know why
popping.
we do that.
Yeah, we have to look, when we go out, we look on top of the range, and then we got our a rubbish community. We ain't got no community. It should be embarrassed.
No, for
It
real.
should be ashamed.
Because it's like, what are you're out every weekend. What are you actually celebrating?
And we're not asking people to beg to do things. It's not even a case of that. It's a case of, okay, the system is not doing what they're supposed to be doing for us. Okay, there's people that can donate things, that can do a little things. Instead of buying 10 champagne, you could buy 15 and use the 5 of the money to give to somebody or do something, because
Or put it back into the
everybody
community.
knows somebody that son got murdered by a knife.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody knows somebody
By now,
that
innit?
got murdered by a knife.
By
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
must be the case now.
Everybody-
There's no.
There's no reason why the grave should be done, because the people in the area, it's time to name and shame them, put them on a piece of paper and stick them on the wall. This is what these people are allowing their children, maybe they don't know, so I shouldn't say that, but these are the people that's doing these in the neighbourhood. Put them on the wall. We're just scared of everybody. We're scared. We're just running scared of our own self. You don't make no sense. Put it on the wall. Knock on the door. Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Every time you mention what happened to your son, I'm so frustrated. Why is not the people them going around there knocking on the door saying, why is you mashing up the thing? It's on YouTube. It came out of a
Son
studio.
making music,
The music
yeah.
came out of a studio that is either in Peckham or Lewisham or Brixton or
The
West
producer,
End.
the
And we
engineer.
know the
Yeah.
ends.
Yeah.
We know the people them doing it. So why have we knocked on the door and say, this studio ain't working right there, because why are you killing the people who are making the music are killing our own children. So basically they're helping to kill our children. So there's no need for them to come to the 9 night and stand up and drink at the 9 night knowing they've got a music studio over there which is making this music. It's hypocritical.
Condoning it, enabling it.
It is.
I
As a community, we need to start heal. We need to start work
And
on
stand
us
together.
in our adults.
Yeah.
Us, we need healing.
But where did we begin? No, because obviously that's why I've got you lot here, because you've been serving the community from long. Yeah, Solomon was the koala bear on her. Every meeting she was at, Solomon, there. And then there was I see you dip in and out because of the situation.
Yeah.
Obviously you saw me the other day say, I can't get on the Segan, I can't get my shit. I like my picture down Instagram. Where she there? But it's on mine. But I get it. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's like, I know Segan's she's a community activist, like she's about that life, innit?
Yeah.
But I know she comes up against, when she goes in. And I don't think people can manage it because she knows the answers I can get. Same with you, Kazi, like you know the answers, but the problem what happened is that what you're coming up against, like what as the community we could be doing more so to help. Because is it you that, because obviously, because of the dipping and that, I'm scared that, you know, it gets too much for you sometimes to be out there.
because they don't want to
Of
go
course it
outside.
would.
So we need people like ourselves to kind of like
Fill in the gap.
and say, all right, we've got you. But what would work going forward? Sorry.
I don't want to be a leader of anything. I just want to say some things and then people might get some messages and they do their thing because I've got my own pressures of life to deal with. So I'm not trying to be a martyr of anything, but I'm talking because I've got a mouth and I'm going to talk.
You got sense.
And yeah, I got sense. So then it's not to say the dipping, it's that when Segan is not there, like you said, somebody needs to be there. Because there's a lot of things that Segan's got to remember. Every time she's meeting somebody that gone through the same thing, you got to bring up that memory in your own in your own self. Then you got to recuperate for yourself.
Yeah,
then you got
regulate
to
your
balance
emotions.
for yourself. Then you don't want to get out of your bed. Then you got to do this, and then you book people to come to do meetings, and then you realise I didn't sleep for 10 hours yesterday. I don't want to go to this meeting. I don't want to see these people. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of emotions to go up and down in. But I think the first thing is that you have to sort out yourself first, because you can't sort out people without sorting out yourself.
Yeah.
It comes with self.
Yeah.
The same thing, cuz said you can't, because we're gonna have obviously the big meeting on
the 4th of March.
But at the same time, even here, we're gonna opening up bits and pieces in it. So she's like, make sure you have everything on, counsellors on deck, you know, and and we do as part of Make It Stop. We have that, so you lot can access that anytime, no problem. I'll make sure you lot got that. But it's like you know what's required to go forward and that.
It's a lot
But
of things.
but when you just said all that now, I'm like, oh my days, it doesn't even stop there, because there's plenty more that you can wheel off in its effect. But what I do worry about is that you go in very, very, like she goes in when she comes into the, because you've come back into
It's
the
like
mix
a
now.
burst of energy.
She's
isn't
ready
it?
again, innit? You see that one there, so you see, all right, you have to go for the funding, this, we did, all right, the grant money. You see that one there, so, all right, T, where we're going. I'm like, that's Segan's back again. But I'm like, yeah, I don't want you to burn out like that.
I am burning out. My
Oh,
priority is always me. I know me, and then my daughter. I have to make sure she's all right, you know. But works need to be done in the community. So we did run a workshop where we invited 6 bereaved mothers, and that
It's powerful.
You recorded it. Someone is editing it at the moment. We're trying to bring that out into the community. You know what I mean? So we can
In every borough, not
inspire
just one
people
thing.
and show like, look, this woman's there was brought down, mashed up, taking away their kids, but still they got up and every morning, every day they try and do a thing. So we've done that. Then we realized, you know, we need a space and a place for people that has gone through that situation where you don't necessarily have to let them talk. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to talk, but just let them do things, creative things. And that was successful. So the funders didn't even make me apply again. They just gave me the funding again. But I'm working in partnership with other people. So Big Local at the moment has just given us $5,000. So, but I want to go back to what you were saying early on. So I remember back in the days, may her soul rest in peace, when Kids Company used to be open, and Camilla, the way Camilla approaches the thing, she didn't only, her priority was the children, but it was a whole family thing. So support needs to be there for everybody. The dad, the stepdad or whatever, the moms, the kids. What support and help you've got. Look now, it's taken the government or the council 5 years to help me. So my daughter was going in a school where she was getting bullied, and because she's got special educational needs, the school wasn't really helping her. I had to get her out of the school, get her into a different school, and now finally the council has, and there are help in there, but you don't know that there are. And you know, you don't know who's who. So this organization need to be connected with the people. So currently there's an organization, I think run by Lambeth, called Better Start. And they help family and children from the age of 5 to 11. So I've got this lady currently helping me up. And it's things like even replying to an email about repairs. You know, we're finding it, to some normal people, that's quite easy. But at the moment, I find that quite hard. And I'll find it easier to do it for somebody, but find it harder to do it for myself. So I'm grateful that I've got this lady now that is helping me to do that, to help me to access grants that I need to help me make my life better and my child's better. Do you know what I mean? So it's about, so we need to heal as a community, because if we don't, every day, as we can see on the news, we're going to lose kids. And people saying that, no, it's not me, it's not my child. It's going to happen to you sooner or later if we don't deal with it now. And I said it at the podcast before, they just want us to make sure that the prison is full because we're providing them with work. The lawyer is getting a job. The judge is getting the job.
Ouch.
Yeah. The teacher even told my son, I remember, I don't care what you do at the end of the day, I'm going up the hill, up at Crystal Palace. So they get in their job. Some teachers doesn't even want to teach. Do you know what I mean? And then you got social services that instead of supposed to be helping, they actually try and dig in and find more work to try and separate the family instead of like try and support one another.
Yeah.
So if we do not get up and smell the coffee,
We're gonna be
the cemetery is full of our kids. We ain't gonna have space for us. Do you know what I mean? That's how sad it is. I have to go to Lambeth and I have to see 6 of my friends buried, and there's only one that died out of natural causes. The rest of them was either shot or stabbed. The youngest one was 21, you know, and these are kids that I used to see grow up in my estate, used to look after, used to know their moms and know, you know what I mean? We need to bring back how our parents used to be, and I know it's really hard, but we need to, you know.
It's not hard, you know. I don't think that, I stopped using certain words in it, so I'm not using it's hard. It's not hard. Like you said, it's from the schools to the prison. That's what they set you up, from the schools to the prison. Now, they run the schools like a prison, so they get them used to that kind of mindset, then book them on to prison. It's not hard, it's just, I feel like it, little bits and pieces pile up, and every penny counts, every little bits and pieces feel like, innit? Like I always say, we can always find a back garden to have a fish fry or a barbecue in, but we can't find a back garden to have a Saturday school in. We can't find a back garden to run a little play scheme or whatever the case is. But we can always find party time. We're known for the biggest party people going.
Party's in the wrong place.
And that's where we do. We party hard.
Because that's just trying to mask
The pain, I suppose.
Or the trauma.
No, I don't think it's that, you know. I think it's therapy. I think we meditate on have more therapy and stuff with the music.
It's like a must, isn't it?
But it's short-lived.
Yeah, but then the feeling that you get from the frequency, what happens is now when you listen to music, you get a frequency within your body. So that's a good frequency that you're releasing in your time of oppression or your time when you're struggling, you're going through. But then it's the wrong frequencies that we're getting in there, that the wrong music that we're listening to. So when we finished listening to that music, now we ain't got consciousness to go back and do something conscious with.
And it's the energies as well,
that we're
people as
with
well,
and
man.
like
That's
that.
the next thing.
So then, if we go to different places to listen to the music, you get more inspiration and stuff. You get me move along, and you have a better mindset. That's what I've noticed.
And you know, even where we all were the other day, I'm not saying the place where we were, but all the place where we had, even the energy in that place was well off. Like, it was, I'd never been in this, I don't know if you lot felt the same, but I was saying to Shan, I didn't feel the energy was just so off.
Was you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. We were all at one place.
Where?
Max Roach.
Max Roach. We were all in Max Roach.
Oh, yeah.
We all met Max Roach, but
Come
the
on.
energies
Call up her name.
was...
Come on. Big up yourself. R.I.P. Miranda.
Come
from
on now.
SW9.
Yeah, she came to
I was there. I didn't see you. I was there helping. I was helping out, cleaning up, picking up the bin. And
I was right there when you was picking up the bins.
Yeah.
I swear, because I was
They
one of the
crossed
last
over.
people there.
My head wrap up.
I was one of the last people there.
Is it?
Yeah.
My head was wrap up. You see, I make a little effort. But you see, she had the MP came along. You know, the MP was there.
I don't know. I'm not really a Brixton girl, so I was.
But I said, but literally, as a community, it's like, wow, this is the best time for us to come together, do something, make something, build a legacy of what they've got, or just to have to galvanize what we need to be doing as a community. And the energy was just off. Everybody's it became self-centered. It became, oh, that person there, and it was just a madness. And the only thing we could do to alleviate that was party. Do you get me? I'm like, Nah,
the tension within the.
There was bare tension there. It was just like,
Oh, I don't know.
So I was
I
there
don't know.
from before when we were setting up and think food was coming in and everything. And because one of the things that you could help out, I realized, as soon as they came in, they took time to come in. Husband of Miranda and the sisters and the daughters and the nephews came in. And everyone is watching and don't know what to say, but everybody wants to go and hug them and think.
yeah, of course.
And I thought, I know, because I've been in that situation.
Right.
It's like, I see him coming out now, the husband, and I got the chair, I make him sit down, and I'll go and get him food now. And as an African woman, I said to the woman, pile up bare food. And when I took it to him, he was like, oh, no, I really just want rice and a dumpling. I was like, no problem, sir, what drink would you like? He told me what he wants. And I knew, as a bereaved woman, the first thing you need to do is to make sure he eats. You know what I mean? Ask him. And he saw that. At the end of the evening, he was like, thank you very much. And then I went to the daughter. I was like, come, we go in the kitchen. What you want? Tell them what you want. And then I checked on the sister as well. I was like, you're all right. Take off your jacket. You're cool. She come and give me a hug twice and said thank you. And she don't need to say thank you because they were there for me. Hence why I'm there for them. You understand me? And the loss is just so much. But you could feel the spirit, her spirit in the room towards the end. But just felt so sorry for the sister. Like, even us that we lost our sons came after. This is for 48 years of her life. That was it, her other half.
Yeah.
And it's just gone like that. But yeah, she's such an inspirational woman. She just got up, dance. She was
said,
herself.
Miranda jumped inside.
Yeah.
I said, I know, I know. Yeah. Jumped inside her. Her sister's inside her.
I know it sounds crazy when you like hear it like that.
Nah, it's not crazy. You know what it is?
That's what
Because
she said.
Yeah.
the thing is what we don't get most of the time is that obviously we don't know what day to day means. We don't know how to approach certain situations when speaking to yourselves and that kind of thing. Only because I've got closer to you, look, I have a better understanding to a certain degree. Only certain times, not all the time. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but my thing is that I've got to be a rep. That's why I do what I do and stay and get as much hope as possible. Imagine when JJ, the day JJ was, I got the news about JJ. It was in Port Brixton, and I was dealing with two young people that are wayward at this particular time, and I introduced them to Shannon. You get me, and they're calm. They're just
Yeah.
And we've been working with these youths, but they had they didn't take to me at first because of the way I was. They're like, you're too enough, innit? You're too much. You just all the time. You're just in my face and just move from me. Boom. I started giving up on you. Like, I was one of doing that, exposing them to certain things. Like, come and go network. What networking? What's that? To go and meet people. You get me?
Yeah.
Why do that? And then in that time, they're rapping. They're very good, very very good. He can write off his head, but whatever he's talking about was a bit crazy. But they're very good. So. Someone in the Port Brixton goes, oh, yo, do you want to perform? They're like, what? They're like, what? We can perform? He goes, yeah. Oh, you two, if you're good enough, you can perform. But he's an American guy. We'll perform. So then, as they're about to go on stage, because now I've given that energy to do that, innit? I'm like, yeah, come on. But sir, are you gonna be here? Yeah. I said, yeah. I'm here for you, brother. Cool. So that was the backing. But remember, we go back and reel up a little bit. We've gone out and every time we're working with them, we fed them a few times as well, innit? So this is where it got a bit peaked, where the man's boy said to us, look, you know what? Like, this is, you fed me more than my dad has. So that's where the situation got a bit more like, wow, we're actually doing all right. Now they're getting used to me. So when I gone on stage now, the phone call came. And I was like, I've got to go. And they just went onto the stage and they looked at me like this. The disappointment was like, but you're leaving us, like, what are we going to do? And I was like, you're going to have to just do what you have to do. You got this. I said, you got this. Trust me, you got this. And I left, innit? So, but fast forward now, this same youth now, he's gone up and down and he's fighting the system and trying to get it. He had a realization. So we had a phone call. I told Shan I was doing the food bank, but I was taking extremely long because I was on the phone to him. And he was talking to me on a real, like, telling me, look, T, like, these youths, them are gone. But there's some youths out there who don't give up hope on them. Same way you didn't give up hope on me. Do not give up hope on them, bro. Please. I beg you, I'm gonna go. He has to go away for a year to out of London as part of a sentencing. So he got sentenced, but he said, look, you got to come out the ends, fix yourself up. He said, I'm going to fix myself up. And a year later, I'm coming back and we're going to do some work and that. But let me go and find myself and that. But in the meantime, no, when I say I had this conversation was the things he's been through, he's literally rolled. So the things he's been through, it was just so beautiful to hear, understand that.
Articulate himself.
Because it comes from somewhere, it don't come from nowhere. And then we just think it comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't just wake up in the morning and said, oh, I'm going to chef everybody on the road.
And you know what you did? You believe in them.
Yeah.
That's why
for me,
they need somebody to believe
in
them.
And not
They
just
need
see them as
somebody to
nobody.
love them.
Yeah, just as one more.
Yeah, just another bits and pieces. It's not. I don't know why we don't do it anymore. It's just a bit. I don't know. Everybody's busy, I suppose.
Blinkers, everybody's got the
Everybody's in their own.
Some people admit.
There's a lot of There's a lot of stuff that is the issue that I just maybe have to take my time to tell the people that there is a lot of.
The things.
But then what is it? Parents are no longer
everything
like pouring into their kids.
It's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot.
It's a lot. Parents don't know what's going on. Parents are too busy doing all sorts of business and stuff. Remember, you got the red pill business, and so everybody's trying to find a man. Had a man got a problem with a man? Maybe they had narcissistic man, or they treated the man problems, or whatever the cases and stuff. The boys, they're traumatized through mum trauma, through this trauma. They don't trust the girl no more. This is happening out there. It's happening. Remember, these are the people that's got children.
Yeah.
So they've got all this, and then they've got the children. So then they've got the children that be going outside, bits and pieces. They're not really watching what's going on. It's a lot of stuff. Who's dressing up this way, looking this certain way before you go outside, and you got
who don't dress up at all,
and then you they not dressed, and then they're going outside, and they got boy children, and then they're not respecting themselves as women and mums, and then their boy children's at home must be thinking, oh my God, everybody can see my mum, the way my mum looks outside, she's not looking good. He might go to school and the mum say, I saw your mum at a dance last night. Your mum. And then now I'm vexed, I'm going to do that one in now because you're disrespecting my mum, and I'm trying to save my mum because there's no man in the house and I have to be the man. So yeah, and then you grow up now being that person. Now you find somebody, then that woman tells you ain't shit. It's just a whole special cycle of stuff. It's a whole lost society of bits and pieces where half of us are fake, we're not real, we don't know how to be real, we don't even eat properly, we don't look after ourselves, we keep a hold of our trauma, we don't exercise. I'm not saying everyone, and I maybe have to say this because it's a podcast thing or whatever, but it's not every single black person. So I'm not talking about every single black person. I'm just talking about the whole thing, kind of thing. The contributions of bits and pieces and stuff. The man them don't want to grow up anymore. The woman them don't want to grow up anymore. They want to grow down. The young people want to grow up. Down, you know. It's just a whole load of fishbowl of mess. And that's what it is causing. And the outcome of that mess is our children are dying on the road. That's the main. Our children
they don't see it as they don't see it as a bit. They don't at the moment. The government do not see it as a problem.
It's not the government's problem. That's why.
Yeah.
It's our problem.
It's ours.
It's not.
But even that, our community
can I ask a question?
Don't see it as a problem either. Yeah.
When did the government ever think that we had a problem? When was the time that the government helped? Said, oh, let's help these bunch of people over this side. They
don't even want to give you the reparation money.
They're never going to give you that.
Don't talk about the
they're never going. I don't want that money. I'm not looking for no money from you. What I'm looking for is for me to do my own thing over that side. We spend the most money on weave, dance, clothes, everything. We run things. We make everybody fashionable. They follow our style, and we're trying to be somebody else.
Make everything cool.
We're trying to be somebody else, and they're trying to be us. So it's not making no sense. No. And it's not about being them and us. It's just about building up our community. Chinese got a community. Asians got a community. Maybe I'm saying it the wrong way.
Jewish
got a community. And everybody still needs to live in the same boat. So we still need to get along with everybody. Everybody needs to get along. So it's not... It's a little bit... It's the beginning of a black thing and a white thing, if that's what you want to call it. But then you can't, sometimes your own kind ain't really your own kind, and the other kind help you in the first place anyway, so you got that. But then we're all human beings, and we still have to live on this whole big planet together. But I think what we need to do is stop looking at what other people's got and trying to fit into other people's spaces and make a space for ourselves, because we've got the initiative and the funding to do it, but we're too busy waiting and saying, no, they never give us no money last week and bits and pieces and stuff, but we know how to
or
run
waiting on another person.
We know how to pack a barrel and send that barrel to Jamaica. We know how to you see, when we're going to Jamaica, we can ton up. We know how to ton up, pack a big barrel, go to Jamaica and look, ton up. But we don't know how to pack
organise ourselves,
pack less, and go to Jamaica and maybe say, you know, that piece of land that's empty over there, let me build maybe a school on there or something productive.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. We got bad cars. We're all flossing. We all look good. We got Nike trainers on, like I got on my foot today. We're all. I've got them on sale. I like sale. So we got them. All
but
on,
our attention is on the
wrong level.
Yeah.
Everybody sells. We can maybe I'm old school, but then I believe in passing on. I can sew, you can do something, you can give me that. You can do
Pass
that.
on a skill.
We could just build on a skill and build up the thing, but we're too busy waiting for people to fund us that's not funding us.
And too quick to blame someone else and everyone else.
Yeah, women don't take accountability we don't take accountability for we just doing a blame thing. I'm not blaming no man for my problem because I picked the man in the first place. Maybe I should have picked a better man.
They got this thing with, so you know, like the youths them that are doing up the grave and the songs and all that. The same youth that I was speaking about, he said that, like, and then until bloodshed is spilled, that nothing is gonna ever stop the back and forth with these young people. It's just always till bloodshed till they will keep doing it. They just keep spilling blood.
Yeah, but the recruitment's getting younger. We're getting kids as young as they in year 4, year 5.
And that's what he's saying. Just deal with the ones that stop them ones that are getting in. But he said the ones that are already gone, you can't do nothing about.
No, you can.
But that's crazy to me. Year 4 and year 5.
You can name and shame. You don't give up. How have we got these?
He said they don't business. From when they can go to that's sick, you know.
But then somebody knows.
You have to have some.
Everybody's got a weak point within their life. Everybody's got a weak point. Even me, I'm one of them. When my son was here, and I could have moved out, I could have went to their mum's house and knocked the door and done what I needed to do, cause whatever.
Yeah.
Or not even fight them, but speak to the people there and stuff. My son used to say, "No, mum, please don't." And I'm like, okay, son, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. But now I know I should have. I should have just done exactly what I wanted to do, because I will go to your house and knock on the door and say, you know, our sons ain't green, you know. Our sons ain't doing it, you know. And if you don't want to hear that,
remember,
if you don't want to hear that, I'm
sometimes the other parents cannot control their child.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
I went to the dad. The dad can't control his child.
Then that person can't control their child. Tell the neighbor, tell lots of people, because it's a embarrassment thing. It's what they're doing that should be on Facebook every day, and the people's faces should be on Facebook every day. Who's doing that to your son's grave every day?
But the people that chill around my area actually go to their dance.
You should take the picture of them and put it up every day.
I swear they got it on women have got that thing on Facebook.
Oh, for men.
That one,
I don't know what it's
every
called.
day the same man and all that.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I'm not into that.
But saying
no, there's a thing. I think Terry's talking about. There's a thing on Facebook to say, my cousin, somebody was telling me about.
It's like to expose.
To expose, like, you know, if we're dating the same man, we put him online and expose him. We can expose man them for doing that, but we can't expose man them for doing that to your son's grave. That don't make no sense. It's not making no sense.
I've been talking. I've been telling a lot of people. They open up their eye. They shock.
I've been telling
people.
Care. I've been telling people.
They don't care.
I don't understand.
I'm
not more than enough that you've got to deal with. Then have to deal with that as well.
Yeah. They don't care. They know. They don't care. There are 2 videos done at the graveyard.
Yeah, but then the studio that made that video, where is that studio?
One of them is the engineer guy, and the other one is Press Play. They've got the few ones of them.
Yeah, well, they need to be exposed. They need to put them outside.
You know that guy, engineer, whatever he's called.
The Fumes, the engineer.
Yeah.
That needs to be exposed. That needs to be exposed.
His channel needs.
But
they've got.
That's grooming the children.
They're a monster in itself, and even me.
Who gave them that property? You know how it's easy to ban people from properties when we know the channels to go down. But we don't read and look up on things.
It's true.
Because if it was a white lady or a white man and they're making too much noise in that place, they would never get that building again because they know how to read and do. We're not saying that we don't read, so I don't want to, you know, because people
We're
always
not-
like
we're not
to complain.
ignorant
I'm not
per
saying
se,
that we don't read
but
and
yeah.
stuff,
Manipulate.
but we don't go down the right channels to be doing the stuff.
That's true.
But I think it's 2 channels. We need to name them and still go to the root cause or who owns that. Right, type it in. Who owns the building? Do they know that their money is going towards this? Do they know this? That's what needs to happen.
This is what's going on inside.
This is
your
what's going on
building.
inside your building. Lock it down.
But even that, as you're saying, it's calling them out. But they're monsters in this game. Like they're real. They're
And whether can you keep up with young people?
But then all them young people have lost somebody as well. So I don't necessarily think that they're 100% bad people. I just think they're 100% hurting people.
Yeah.
They're hurting. It's hurt boys are making the music
Hurting
like
people,
that.
hurting people.
And they haven't
all.
had the best
They
start
haven't-
in life.
It's not that they're not bad. I don't class them as they must be locked up and stuff. No, maybe we can take them to some counselling, or maybe we can take them to a retreat or something and see that you don't really need to sing about them kind of things.
That's
Maybe
what I
And
said.
change
The
they're
whole
singing their pain.
environment.
They're singing their pain. They're singing their fears.
Yeah.
They're singing what is around them, like
And
really.
it's like they don't know any different.
And then we're not looking at really what they're seeing around them. We're just saying, we need to get these knife crime, these boys off the knife crime, and we need. It's not that, just that. It's not just that.
Why do you think they carry?
To protect themselves.
Carry a knife. To protect themselves. That's what they're saying. Just in case somebody approaches
just
them,
in
they
case.
want to survive.
They wanna
And
survive.
they say, I'd rather the police stop me with the
Yeah.
knife. But you could use other thing than just a knife. Why don't you use your hand? Like, it
'Cause it's gone.
grows so quick because we
Yeah.
grew up fighting. Come on, you got an issue,
yeah.
fight, use your hand. Why you lot are so cowards to take out the knife? Why?
Because they don't even know how to fight anyway. Because
That's
the
it.
boys that was left, the boys, certain sort of boys are grown up into man and left the area, so they never left no guidance for the other boys that's left behind. They only left the badness. Oh yeah, I remember that
and
boy
they
used to be
keep
doing
up
that
the
thing.
name.
Yeah, they left them behind. They got the helping from maybe my dad's age and bits and pieces and stuff, and then they said, okay, what they're gonna do, we're gonna leave the area, but then that's what it's designed to do. It's a thing. I can't remember what it is. It's called, like, when they give the children a scholarship within your area. What they do is they find an educated black person in the area and they take them out the area so they don't educate the rest of the people them in the area. So they encourage you to go out of your area after you make a certain amount of money and certain goods and bits and pieces. They don't encourage you to stay there and fix it up because it would be an independent area and that's not what they're looking for.
That could be like the artist Dave, for instance, or Stormzy and that kind of thing. And
Yeah, so
that's mad. That's mad. What?
And they
That's
don't know how
mad.
to fight. So the easiest thing in their head is a knife because it don't take that much skill.
it came from the PlayStations.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They
It came from
started
the-
to
it
play
came
the
from the
games.
PlayStation.
It's
Yeah.
true.
And the video games, yeah.
There was
because the
that
video
one
games
thing.
are a simulation of war games. That's where it came from. So then they started to play the PlayStation. You learn how to fight and kill people. You don't learn how to box people.
You don't
like Blanca or whatever we used to watch. It's the Blanca? Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter turned into a street weapon. So that's what
And
they're
then
playing.
Grand Theft Auto,
Old
that's
Tower,
the one.
Yeah. And then they got out and started jacking up the people them and bits and pieces. So that's what your kids playing in the night time and stuff. So then
And then go practice.
that's when
it
they
out
see their
of it.
friend that's jack you up and don't want to punch you up instead.
That's mad. That's mad.
Oh,
That's mad. What? Obviously, we gotta have hope. Because even though I'm sitting there listening to that, I can't be bothered again. This is mad. But we still gotta have hope in it,
100.
especially
Where
for
there's life,
the
there's hope.
perpetrators and the victims. I'm gonna lie. I have to admit, in terms of when it happened with JJ and I walked into the house, I think our automatic thing is just to give, oh my gosh, Lavinia, you're the problem. Oh my gosh, but you know what I just properly clocked the other day? It ain't just her. There's other people suffering in the mix as well. You get me? There's the daughter. There's the friends. There's that. It was mad. So you know what? You go in your blinkers like this, and you just think it's just the one person, but it's not like that. But obviously, we've got to build something or another to actually support But my main thing at the moment is to prevent. If we could start doing the prevention, what would it look like in terms of your? I know you're setting up the thing to help the mums, to help each other, but you lot have got the wealth of knowledge. Like literally, you said a gem the other day. You cut just now. You said when instead of crying in your car and hiding it from your kids, it's better that I do it in front of them so they don't feel that I'm trying to be something I'm not. And then it worked. It's worked.
It's like a false sense of strength, isn't it? Well, I don't see
it
money,
works, innit?
right?
It's proper. It's better, innit? Imagine you've gone in. I can imagine it.
It's more. It's more a bit more.
It's a bit more of a connection too.
Yeah,
because
I don't feel like
like mummy's this strong warrior. Like but I want to cry.
I don't care about JJ no more. You get me? But what? One thing we need to learn to do, and obviously I want both of you to answer, is that how do we continue to support yourselves on this journey? You said it's 5.5 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you're now just under
Coming
2.
up to it.
How do we continue to support you on this journey? How can we continue to, without overstepping the mark, you get me? Because some people love support too much, and some people don't know how to behave themselves. But how can we support you going forward? And then what would you like to start to see happening? And when we forget about the government, we won't talk about that way, but about more the community element.
I suppose we can even just say morning to each other and be risings to each other and greet each other properly. We don't even greet each other. We don't even say
pleasantries.
We're not pleasant even to each other and stuff like that. It's not just one big overnight conclusion or anything. It's lots of stuff. We can start to, I suppose, be honest with ourselves. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, and be honest with ourselves. Be honest with each other.
Start acting.
Be nicer to each other.
Kinder.
Be a bit more kinder to each other. And don't act like we're not going through the same things that we're going through. And I see you in the morning and I say, when we ask each other if we're all right, if you really want to be concerned and ask if somebody's all right, be concerned and ask them if it's all right. Don't say, are you all right, just to not want to
As a passing comment.
As a passing comment. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got issues. And everybody's going to have problems and issues.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have problems and issues.
Yeah.
Oh man, didn't I turn it off? Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have problems and issues and stuff like that. But I just think we need to be a bit more honest with each other. As ladies and females, we need to be a bit nicer to each other and stop lying and act like everything is alright at home.
That's true.
I think that's the main thing, because I'm not really. I can be a very good imposter and act like everything is okay in the house.
Yeah.
And everybody will look at me and think everything is okay and bits and pieces and stuff. I don't really say, okay, then I've been in my house for 3 weeks and I don't want to go outside to nobody. People wouldn't think that I go through
So
them
what,
stuff.
is you think it makes you look weak? What?
No, I don't mind
Or
being weak.
vulnerability?
I've gone past that
Oh, you've
strong.
gone past.
I've gone
Okay,
past. I'm
yeah.
not a strong, independent woman. I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'd help myself because that's what I have to do to survive.
Yeah.
That's what people do. But if I did have a nice community to help me and a nice young man to help me, well, bigger man to help me, then I would take it on. I'm not this, and that's what I want to teach the young girls as well. It's not like all the bags and stuff that you carry from your young.
It's not meant to be like that.
It makes you miss out. Now I realise that I missed out on so much of my son's life.
Okay.
Because I was carrying bags and thinking I needed more than what I have got. And worrying about the small things that really don't matter. Oh, he's going to have them trainers, I can't be doing this. All right, and stuff, and not really just enjoying being a mum. Like, we have these things where, we're a mum, oh God, I've got to deal with the kids and stuff like that. And I know it's hard. I know it's easy to say and hard to do, but when you lose one, you're like, fucking hell, I didn't do this and I should have done that and I shouldn't have worried about this and I worried about this and I was so worried about, I was so caught up in being a single mum at home, thinking I'm nothing because I'm a single mum at home, that I didn't realise I was doing the best job there is to do in life, growing a life and stuff like that. Now, all the stuff that I said, JJ, you see soon, let me just get this, because this, I can't do that soon again. That soon is gone. That soon is never coming back.
Yeah, what about yourself? You know, and obviously dropping as well, like for mums that are out there that are in the same position yourself, like it'd be good to hear how they could, how the best way to cope.
Oh, boy. For me, one of the main thing I do is having a hot bath. Having a hot bath. I feel sick, I feel anything, I just want to have a hot bath. Music helps a lot. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm learning now to listen to calming music, because when you're listening to the music and the lyrics, your mind keep going. But if you're listening to relaxing music and just put in some lavender oil in your bath and just relax. So I wait till the moment till my daughter sleep, because I don't want to get disturbed.
Yeah.
And I love the bath. Don't disturb me, like, allow me. So the bath is really important. Music is really important. Nature is very important.
Right.
Just to get away from everything and just go in a park and just connect with nature. Just look at the tree. You see, when we lose somebody, we see tree differently. We see the birds different. We see life in general
different.
is different. You know what I mean? And I do think
And it's about embracing that difference as well, because you might say, yeah, the way I see a tree and the way you see a tree is totally different. And it doesn't mean that it's just
in
that,
the wrong way. It's just
in the wrong way,
different.
it's just different.
So it's creation.
Crazy, you know?
So is it that life slows down?
Whoa.
Is that?
Or does it speed up?
It doesn't slow down or speed up, but you do think ahead now, because you've lost someone. So in my case, I'm always thinking ahead for my daughter. I already want to know where I want her to go in secondary school. I tend to be buying clothes for next year or the year after and put it down. I've learned to make sure that I've got, like, I had it, I cut it off, but I'm going to bring it back up. And that's what black people, we don't do. We need to have a life insurance, because we never know what can happen tomorrow. So I'm always thinking, if I go tomorrow, I just want to make sure that I've got everything secure for my child.
Our own insurance. That's what we need to have.
Yeah.
Our own life insurance.
Our own,
Not the life insurance that's going to cut us out of the life insurance when it's time. Our own life insurance company. That's what we need.
Yeah, but things that people could help is things like, at the beginning, it's very hard to do shopping or cooking or even just cleaning up the house. A lot of people don't want to do things like that, but if you can help that person in doing little things like that, we find it hard to open letters or deal with the issues. The rent is not a priority, but then, you know, things start piling up and then you have to deal with it. You got to open it. So now I had somebody that helped me up. So they come every 2 weeks. Let's start opening up the letters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I really get panic attack.
Get anxious.
Thinking, oh my God, what is it they want? You know, and obviously, as we've lost someone, our body is not the same. We're going through a lot. So I've been going through a lot of tests in the hospital now to find out what's going on. So, you know, a lot is changing with our diet, our way of life. Day become night, night become day. You know,
they just one thing.
Blend in.
And sometimes you can't show emotion, and sometimes you're listening to people talking and you think to yourself, what is what? But again, if you could do those little things, I'm very grateful that I've got my son's godfather. He's there 24/7 for me, and I've got a dear good friend of mine, Nada. Bless her. I'll call her and be on the phone, because sometimes I just want to talk. I want to let it out. But you got to have that person that you can trust and that she can listen to you. So I've got that. I've got friends that I'm grateful, but then I'm that person that don't rely on people. I try to do it myself, but then when I really need the help, I will then go and ask. Good. And I've got it. A lot of people don't have that support, so we need to create a place somewhere where they can
come in and they go to do like a package, like a package. We need a massage. We need to go to a retreat. Okay. I went to a retreat. That's what I did. I went to a retreat.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, my friend does retreats.
That's how she met the twins.
That's how I met the twins at the retreat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I met them at the retreat.
Oh, you went abroad?
Yeah, I met them in Turkey.
Yes.
So,
okay.
Oh, so you went with them.
Yeah,
so through victim support, you got 2 retreats. One that you can take your child to.
Yeah, that's
and it's near Manchester. I've signed up and waiting for them. And there's another one through SAM, SAMAM, which is something to do with people that's been victims of murder and whatnot. They've got another trip as well, holistic, for just the adults.
Yeah.
I've signed up to them, and it's been 5 years, and I'm waiting for that.
No, this is why my friend, my friend Amanda, she runs retreats. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do a retreat for the young boys that's left behind. Yeah, a retreat for them. So
Okay.
with Callaghan. Oh, sorry, I'm not pronouncing his name properly. Yeah, in Ireland, I'm getting that funded in Ireland because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have retreats all over the world. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna do it first, say okay Jamaica, but then realistically I ain't got the money to go to Jamaica. Now people might not have the money to go. Let me start small. So Ireland, I'm gonna pick. That's what I want to do. That's what we need, like a retreat for the parents and a retreat for the people, the cousins, the close friends. You know, the mums need to have a massage place where we listen to sound bowls and bits and pieces and I had a massage once and I don't know what kind of massage it's called, but it just makes you end up crying and you release all them things. That's what's making our bodies hurt.
The build up
Of the trauma, that's what's making our bodies hurt. That's what's affecting our health. So the doctors can't fix us. But I think anyway, I mean, I suppose they can give us pills and stuff, but I think it's an inside thing. It's an inside. We don't show on outside. We show inside.
No, it's true.
That is. I don't know. Obviously, I want to give you like the chance to just do a message to anybody that I don't know. Any message that you've got really that's on you, that's burning, that you thought, you know what? If I had the opportunity to just talk it, to say it, I'd think I'd rather give the floor to you both to do that, because this is why we're doing this, not just because of you, but the next generation, the generations after. And I want to keep the hope going in it. That's what my ultimate thing is. So if there is any little bits that you want to let off, just get off your chest.
I want to thank God, first of all, because without him, he's the first and the only one. But also a lot of friends, there's too much names, but they know who they are. I wouldn't have done it without them, you know. But my daughter, man, I don't know, I'm so grateful for her. I thanks for her. Families as well. You got your ups and downs, and you know, sometimes I just let them be because they've got their life to live, you know. But I'm thankful for the people that's been there. And it's funny enough, it's not people that you were close to and friends. You find out that strangers, people that you don't know from nowhere, comes and help you. So I thanks those people, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, me too. Like to thank everybody that helped me on this journey that I'm living, like especially my children. I wouldn't be here without them anyway. So they're good support. I got good children, not just I can communicate with them good sometimes. A lot of the times, more than not of the times. So they push me a lot. So I wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't have made it through this without them at all. My family and my friends and the people that just helped and saw me and helped me lift me up with the little bits and little words and stuff, and and I appreciate them because it's not easy. It's just it's not. It's a weird place to be in.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it feels like an illusion life that like not living it but living it.
What is it? That's the other thing. Sorry, before we even go off that, that's the next. It's like a friend of mine. She's gonna be coming to the event. She lost her son 12 years ago, but she's just grieving now. She said, "I'm just grieving now." Pardon. And then another, I think another person. She received the goods. They give you back the goods that the child was wearing on the day. The police.
Yeah, but
I'm still waiting for mine to stay there.
Oh wow.
Is it?
Yeah. They burn up the clothes or something, but I thought they would have given me, I asked them for the
Like
shoes
the
or
hat
something.
and the bits
nothing.
iPods and whatever. But yeah, she received that, and only then after the burial, after the court, after receiving that, is only when she realised he's actually gone. He ain't coming back. Obviously, it's a touchy thing.
I guess everyone's story, there's going to be some similarities and some not.
When you grieve, how do you grieve?
What is?
I don't know. I ain't done it before, so I don't know. So I'm just here.
Jesus.
So I never done this before. Like sometimes I say to myself, well,
am I grieving? Not grieving.
If this was to happen to me again, I'd know what to do. Because it's happened already. But really, truly, I don't know what to do now. because I've never done this before. So, so I don't really, I don't really know what to do. It just, I'm just working it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I speak to, like, I'll see Segan and I'll see my good friend Colette, who helped me push me to everything I am today. Like, it's been 10 years for her, and I'm like, rah, like, and I want to say to her, how are you still living? But then I'm like, well, I'm still living after a year. Obviously, I'm going to be living after that time. So I feel like it's a silly question for me to be asking, but it's like,
does life actually still go on?
Yeah, I know, but I know life goes on. But then it's like, I never did this before, innit? So I haven't got to 10. I've been a mum 4 times. Like, it's not my first child. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just a different situation. And I think I started to grieve a little bit just gone December a bit, because I just didn't do nothing. I don't think, maybe I'm still grieving now, I don't know. Because, maybe I am still grieving now, but I don't know. So I do come up and down in bits and pieces like that. So I just make sure that I always look tidy and clean on the road, because, that's my son would always like me to look clean and tidy on the road. So I make sure I always look how I feel. I don't want to look how I feel.
No.
Not at all.
All right.
Yeah.
Not at all. So then,
If you see me this morning, you wouldn't believe it's the
if you
same
saw
person.
if you
Made
saw,
an effort.
if you saw me at 5 o'clock, hey, but then so it's a weird thing, because it's like this, and then you don't get no help, and the council's giving me bare stress for years, bare stress. So I haven't even had time to grieve. So I don't even know I don't know.
I'm guessing there's probably different stages to it.
Are you
Kind of. They're not allowing me to grieve, because I can't even go to the graveyard and grieve in peace, and the whole situations. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard, but I think the human race was a woman, a mother, was not made for this. We're not supposed to be burying our kids, and it's not that they were sick or it was an accident.
Yeah.
They were taken by force in a dramatic
violent way.
I don't see it like that. I do see it like that on a level, but I know everybody's got their life path that they signed and they done before they came here, innit? So everybody's got that contract that they made already. So I don't know his contract that he already made with the creator and stuff. So I wouldn't say that I'm not supposed to be doing this because I'm doing it.
But it needs to stop.
Yeah, I know it needs to stop. But then, like I said, I think it's like, there's bigger things to happen. There's bigger things happen. It's like, why the birds fly backwards? Like, I don't know, because they like forwards. I forget what I mean. Like, this is a cycle of life. But then this is hard for us in this cycle of life. But then, when he was coming down, he must have signed something and knew he was going to come down to this period of when they had this kind of crime. But then there was always war, but it was different war. Now we got a war of our own. We just used to have war in the distance. Vikings were fighting this man and bits and bits. There's always been war. It's something to do with the mandem thing. There's always war. The world the Mother Nature's not getting the mothering. So Mother Nature don't produce war. Sorry, man produce war. So it's a warring thing. So it's like the wars just come closer to us, because every cycle there's war. So I feel like us as black women, we need to just get with ourselves and really find out our real true connection to Mother Earth and get back to our real proper roots, because we've got the energy and we're very collective. Everybody, we're very nurturing. We're very, so if we come together, we can nurture back this planet to be what it's supposed to be. So we're not supposed to be going through this, like you said. But I do feel like it
was written.
It was written, yeah, I do feel like it was written. So even though it's very hard for me to be having to go through this situation with this craziness that I have to be going through, maybe it was written beforehand, so there's nothing I can do about it, but then something I can do forward.
Okay.
But not every woman can manage and cope with it. We're strong.
No, and that's the thing, yeah.
But there's a lot of women that can't cope, and they don't get no help, and they don't know where to put their heads
and
around.
I feel that's why I feel like I will talk.
Yeah.
Because I feel sorry for...
you have a voice.
But the mums that can't get up out of the bed, the mums that want to stay, the mums that you know, sometimes we stay in the bed, but there's mums that just can't get out of bed ever again.
all.
They're broken. They're so broken, and it's horrible. It's painful.
We thank you for being the voice for them, and we appreciate your time, and like by God's grace it happened today. It wasn't gonna happen. It was gonna be a matters, isn't it? So people are moving left and that, but it's how it goes. And you know what, we're here, and so I'm just
But then
appreciative
it's
of
also
you.
trying to stand in the gap for those same mothers that you mentioned that, you know, are struggling to even.
Yeah, we'll build something and make something happen. Segan's got bits, we've got bits, we've all got bits that we can all put together. And anybody that wants to get involved, DM us, get involved. We're raising money for the Just Giving as well. That's going for programs that are in schools, which we're launching already, called the Power Program. So it's all the organisations from grassroots. Boom, we're hitting them funders up as well, and we're hitting them corporate companies. So we're gonna make them know that we're not gonna stay silent. And I'm gonna pray on that whole thing of the fusion engineering, them YouTube thing. I'm gonna think about a way of how we can, even if we have to sit down and
Call
have a
them out.
conversation, but I don't think we have to even call them out. I think we can have a conversation. Start with a conversation. And I think there's something that can be done especially in my arena that is. And it's funny you're saying that, because as I'm sitting there, I'm like, I've got the connects there, you know. I can actually have conversation with these dons. It's not that hard. But you see that they got their blinkers and they're so far fetched, and the money's in the way.
The money
It's all of that
blinding
kind of thing.
their
Let's see what we
sense.
can do in it. But
And there is something we can do. There is
you can
always.
outro it out now. You get me? Go on.
But no, so we're the PieceMAKERs. On behalf of Make It Stop, we give thanks for Segan.
Yeah, you're meant to get like a plaque, which you get soon. It's
A puzzle
basically
piece.
a puzzle piece, because you're part of the puzzle that's making things together. So just imagine you got one. Then you give.
What about money?
Just take the puzzle.
What money? What money?
You get it in the post and lucky
What they call them? Postage.
stamps.
No, not postage stamps. What's them things called? Postal order. Send her a postal order.
Oh yeah, calm.
Yeah.
Don't do that no more. Or check that bank. Remember checks?
Oh yeah, you still get checks.
You can still get checks.
Yeah.
I'll send you a check.
Anytime.
No problem.
No signature.
What do you mean?
No
We're
signature,
proud.
but no
We're fake it.
no brand in it.
Get me? You used to do the check and then you go pay petrol and you get it back. You know it's not gonna come out till 7 days later.
Oh my goodness.
Remember them
Yes.
days? Oh, my
Wowza. Showing your age, really.
Whoa, all right, we're gone anyway, people. Like, comment, subscribe. And anybody that wants to get involved, please
No, please.
follow and let's make it happen.
100%.
And thank you for everybody that came on today and
Thank you
listened.
for allowing us
no.
to be here today.
Stronger together.
Boom,
Together
bang.
We're stronger.
Come on now.
Thank you.